Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-July 2025 love reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridging the Gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, future energies between you and the main love interest. We'll also pull oracle cards to help with the Bridging the Gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while it could be a reference to the cards on the left is the energy and the cards on the right it's the other person's, if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is actually a Leo energy here. And normally this energy represents a lot of confidence, and what always stands out to me with this deck is, at least in the northern hemisphere, when we think of Leo season, we think of middle of the summer, right? The bright, vibrant energy, but here we see there's not a lot of life in those trees in the background, so could just be saying that for some of you, you might have actually had feelings for this person for a long time, but for whatever reason, you might not have expressed them directly to this person. All right. Past energy on their side, we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, so maybe this is partially why you were holding back from expressing your feelings for this person, because you might have known that they had some relationship issues that they were working through in the past, and so I feel like they didn't directly relate to you, but at least you seem to have an awareness of those issues, so that could have been why you were trying to keep your distance at the time. All right. In the present position on your side, we have illusion. This is the equivalent of the moon in traditional tarot. So yeah, it could just be saying that you're still not quite sure what's going on with the situation with this person. So at least looking at the energy from the past, it could just be saying that they might have already gone through a heartbreak within that situation and left it behind. But maybe for some of you, there's a lack of knowledge as to whether or not they actually did leave the situation behind or not. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, so this could just be saying that they might come forward and trying to make a light-hearted offer toward you, and maybe for some of you that's where the confusion's coming in for you, right? Because you're like, okay, if they're coming in now, does this mean that they've truly left the situation behind from the past? Or you might be wondering, is it still lingering, right? So it just seems like you have a little bit of skepticism going on at this point with this person. All right, future energy on your side, we have wisdom. So this is the equivalent of the High Priestess. And yeah, to me, this says that ultimately you'll be trying to rely on your intuition to figure out what this person's going through. So it's interesting. It seems like for whatever reason you're reluctant to directly bring up this situation with the person and communicate directly, because even if we look at the artwork there, we see the person in the background with the sword, which to me represents communication, but then we see no effort being made to speak with them directly, right? So it could just be one of those things where maybe this is saying you might be trying to rely a little too heavily on your intuition when you have access to this person, to just ask them flat out what the situation is. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is Aries energy here, so it could just be saying that for some of you, you might notice that they might be getting a little bit restless, right? So yeah, so to me, at the very least, you could say with this card and with the future card, they do have at least a solo energy going for them, right? So it does seem like if they weren't a previous connection, it seems like they might have truly distanced themselves from it, if that's what you're worried about. But yeah, it looks like at the same time, they might feel like, okay, well, I've made an offer to Sagittarius, and it doesn't seem like they're interested, so they could grow a little restless and maybe start to look elsewhere at some point. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is actually Pisces energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe you have, again, like I said, it seems like you have some skepticism as to whether or not you could actually get the connection off the ground with this person. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, so to me this looks like an indicator that they really have put any past drama with relationships behind. And to me, this looks like they would make a genuine effort to try to actually connect with you. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck here. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. All right, we'll take this card here. And next, I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So I'm going to give this a few shuffles now. Alright, so we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. Alright, we have Decision. It says it's time to decide about this relationship. So yeah, I mean, on the surface, I would agree with that, because like I said, it seems like, you know, this person does seem to be trying to put energy or connection with you now, but like I said, it seems like you have your certain level of skepticism about, okay, is this person's past truly behind them? But like I said, it seems like for whatever reason you have the reluctance to address it with them directly. All right, and well, yeah, Decision, and then from the Wisdom of the Oracle we have Fork in the Road. So there's the artwork and the numbers 13. So this, before we even read the message from the book, seems to align with that same thing there too. But we'll see what it says. All right. The relationship message says you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give, then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. So like I said, it seems like for whatever reason there's a reluctance on your part to directly address the situation with this person. But looks like it's saying on the positive end, no matter which decision you make, it can work out well. But yeah, at the very least, it does seem like it wouldn't hurt to have some communication with this person around the situation. But I hope it ever is any of you guys will wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.